All right, everybody, welcome back, baby. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Friday the 13th. Yeah, I just got done watching the first Friday the 13th. I didn't even want to talk about this, but, the kid, my oldest son, wanted to watch Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 13th. So I put on the original, the first one, I believe it was like 1980. It might even been earlier than 1980. But very good film. Very good film. Slow. They came hot like Friday the 13th Part 2. I think it's probably the better one to start off with, Crystal Lake and all that stuff. But that's just the Friday the 13th thing we out here doing. But I thought it was interesting because, it's Friday the 13th. We out here doing stuff. What's the worst that could happen, What's the worst that could happen, The United States agrees with Canada and the United Kingdom to allow long-range missiles into Russia. That's probably worse. I don't know. Maybe it's worse than Shannon Sharpe trying to prove that he's not gay. So he goes live on IG doing some gruntings talking about Michelle, Or, the Vatican could be hiding secrets. Like a local government, the Vatican, they all hide stuff. The technology is there, but hey, it's Friday. It's Friday the 13th. We're going to try to keep it simple. We'll keep it simple and light. You know what I'm saying? And let's just get into this whole Kamala Harris, the debate. Trump talking about today that he might want to add another debate. I thought Trump was always going to do another debate. He just wanted to get all the momentum in his corner so he could probably get on like Fox News, and then maybe Fox News will just throw jabs at Kamala Harris the whole time, which she won't agree to probably because I don't see Kamala trying to do anything else. Because today she gave an interview. She was in Pennsylvania, I guess, and she gave an interview today to like one of the local medias, like your local channels. Like if you live in Myrtle Beach, you get Myrtle Beach local stuff. If you lived in Northern Virginia, you'd get Northern Virginia stuff. If you lived in Kentucky, you get Kentucky stuff. Not the national news, just your local news where it gives you the weather and all that. And most of them are wonky. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, I could be a news weather person or something. It's not like a Today Show or nothing like that. No big money televised in every state. It's just your local news. They're out there fighting. But Kamala went on this. She went on this, and I guess she has to be behind closed doors, getting questions thrown at her. And I don't know, some people are saying about her earrings or something like that. I don't think so. I just think she was well prepared. She knew the questions and all that, and she just tried to throw some stuff out because Kamala didn't really laugh so much and be all stuttery, and she held herself pretty good, but she never gave out anything. You know what I'm saying? It was just jabs at Trump, and they're trying to say Trump got irritated. But Kamala Harris or Camilla, she said nothing the whole time. She just gave you talking points. You know what I'm saying? Just talking points. Nothing on policy or nothing like that. But what are you going to do? Well, let's get into it right here because, it's Friday the 13th and it's scary out there. It's scary out there. And here is Kamala. Here's the fast version of it. We'll just play this.
She gave her first solo interview to Brian Taff. Ever heard of him? We hadn't either. He's a local action news anchor for the local ABC station in Philly. And Kamala could not get it together.
When we talk about bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people, what are one or two specific things you have in mind for that?
Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very hard. She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager. I grew up in a community of hardworking people, construction workers and nurses and teachers. And I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience, but a lot of people will relate to this. I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud of their lawn.
I'm proud of my lawn.
And I was raised to believe and to know that all people deserve dignity. And that we as Americans have a beautiful character. We have ambitions and aspirations and dreams. But not everyone necessarily has access to the resources that can help them fuel those dreams and ambitions.
True.
So when I talk about building an opportunity economy, it is very much with the mind of investing in the ambitions and aspirations and the incredible work ethic of the American people.
Are we gonna do this?
And creating opportunity for people, for example, to start a small business.
Small business.
The question was, how are you going to bring down prices? And
That wasn't the
Kamala's
question?
answer was, I grew up around construction workers who took care of their lawns. And then I heard something about ambition and aspiration.
Yeah, none of that makes no sense.
Kamala's only idea to fight inflation was price controls, but she's not allowed to say that anymore because it's stupid. So she has nothing to say and just
What
runs
else
out
did
the
she
clock
say?
with childhood
Hold on, what else did
stories.
she say?
You know,
Hold on, what'd she say?
How different you? Some people have a question.
And just runs out the clock with childhood stories.
My bad, I hit the wrong button.
And it got worse.
Let's hear the next
Some
question.
people have a question, given maybe your current role as Vice President of the United States, how different you are from Joe Biden.
well, I'm obviously not Joe Biden. And, you know, I offer a new generation of leadership. And so, for example, thinking about developing and creating an opportunity economy where it's about investing in areas that really need a lot of work. And maybe focusing on, again, the aspirations and the dreams, but also just recognizing that at this moment in time, some of the stuff we could take for granted years ago, we can't take for granted anymore.
What did she just say?
I don't know what the hell she just said. I'll tell you that much. And she has more to come up too, right? Is there more? Here we go. Here's more.
She couldn't answer. The interview continued.
Another plan that I have that is a new approach is to expand the child tax credit to $6,000 for young families for the first year
And it's
of their
already at
child's
2.5.
life.
Joe Biden's
2.5.
child tax credit's $3,000 and Kamala's is $6,000. Of all the things, border inflation.
But that's only the first year of the baby's birth, and then they'll probably go back to the $3,000. Yeah. So Kamala can't do nothing, right? She can't do nothing. Right? She's like Shannon Sharpe, bro, trying to say that his IG got hacked. Do you believe this? Shannon Sharpe is trying to say his IG got hacked. Do you understand what it takes to go to IG Live? I've gone to IG Live maybe 2 times in my life. But literally, you have to open up your phone, right? Got to open up your phone, look at it, or put in your password, right? Then go to the app, hit the app, and then at the app, you got to hit the camera button on the app, and then there's a live button if you want to go live, and then after you hit the live button, it says, are you sure you want to go live? So Shannon Sharpe out here trying to lie. He's capping. He was trying to prove he's not gay, I guess. Unc, we don't think you're gay, bro. We just think you funny. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I guess Cat Williams was the first person that called him up. And Cat Williams told Shannon Sharpe, I guess you not dated gay today. So that's the Unc out here trying to fake on the IG Live. He getting in with Michelle. I just thought it was funny that, I don't know, Unc put out like a Kim Kardashian tape, bro. It's like, we love you, Shannon Sharpe. Your political views are trash, and we understand that you might be funny, but nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares, Unc. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. You know, and Ocho, I think Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, he was like, at least his name wasn't Michael. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's putting the rumors out there about Shannon Sharpe, but I'm not gonna slight Shannon Sharpe in any way. Shannon Sharpe was probably one of the greatest tight ends of all time. He played for the Denver Broncos, the Ravens. He won rings with the Broncos with John Elway and all them boys. So I'm not gonna doubt it. He's a great tight end, literally and figuratively, some might say. But you know, we just out here fooling around. It's Friday the 13th, baby. You in the jungle. Make sure you protect yourselves at all times. Like and sub up. Do something. Like and sub up. I don't even want to play any Shannon Sharpe stuff. You can go find Club Shay Shay and all that stuff. Or Nightcap. He does Nightcap on YouTube with Ocho Cinco and all that stuff. But I just want to end out with this with the Vatican. I guess there's been some uncovery stuff going on And I don't want to get in the whole SpaceX walk stuff or nothing like that because, I don't want to get too wild out here. But I think the Vatican, I think we should pay attention to what's going on in the Vatican. I mean, it's a very old piece of property. Some say that's where Rome went, like when Rome fell. But I don't know. But I just thought it was just nice information to have, I mean, is it true? Is it not true? But it's very interesting. From what I understand, there's a lot of interesting artifacts in the Vatican.
Is the Vatican keeping secret?
For the entire time that they've existed, they've collected manuscripts and relics and items from either campaigns or crusades, not only for their own research and to support their ideas, but also to prevent anything coming out. Because they need to control the information around biblical issues and the biblical dogma, they can't allow alternative views to become public, become disseminated.
What kind of things exactly are you talking about?
In terms of documentation, they've got 52 miles of shelving of books and manuscripts alone. So that will be everything from early first century fragments to potentially entire alternative gospels.
And why would that be damaging to the Catholic Church?
Because there's a potential for alternative views to emerge. There were lots of different books originally that were set to go in the Bible, and it was only through a process of politics mainly that the final books were chosen. There are also ideas that there's a book of Q that academics have termed a book that would have been the source material for the main Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, because the main Gospels were written long after the time of Christ. So if they've got something like a book of Q, that would undermine everything else.
Yeah, I went in the Vatican, baby. I went in the Vatican. I'd love to get in there. But we're going to get on out of here. We're going to get on out of there. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. God loves you. I love you. Make sure you get out and vote on November 5th. And don't forget the most important thing you can do is like and sub up. It's free. Like and sub up. Spread the word. Put a comment in. Do something. I'll do anything you want me to do to a certain extent. I'll talk about anything. We'll talk about Candace Owen, Kanye West, the whole stuff about 9/11 in Israel. We can do it all. But until then, we out of here, baby. We out of here.